Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be presenting a feasibility study on the development of a multi-purpose stadium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with the hopes that this will probably create an economic and cultural hub that will benefit the community while also attracting regional entertainment and sporting events. So let's get into it. Sioux Falls, South Dakota has experienced remarkable growth over the past decade. It currently emerges as a key economic center in the upper Midwest. However, the city currently lacks a modern, large scale venue that hosts major sporting and entertainment events. So, this feasibility study will explore the potential for constructing a stadium that accommodates about 15,000 to 30,000 spectators, providing both economic and social benefits to the region overall. So, Sioux Falls is the largest economic center in South Dakota. They have about the population in the urban area of about 206,000. In the metro area, they have about 289, which kind of results in over, I would say, 300,000 residents. So it has strong economic stability. So they also have unemployment rate, which is like 1.6% below the national average, which kind of suggests a solid foundation for a stadium project of this manner. So currently residents in that area, they travel to Minneapolis and Omaha for major events, meaning there is kind of like a strong demand for an entertainment venue locally for people in Sioux Falls area. The economic profile of SoFal, it supports stadium development. The average household income in SoFalls is about $65,000, and they also have high income households that actually grew by 18% in the past 5 years. So this kind of demographic trend, it suggests a market for those premium seatings, those luxury boxes, and even corporate sponsorships. So the city's retail sector is expanding. So it is driven by like high disposable incomes and strong consumer spending. So they rather spend on experiences over material goods. So having this facility or this venue put in place for them will help an economic boom. Um, this chart right here, it kind of shows the data series for the employment rates, the unemployment rates, and everything that's going on in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and it kind of dates back to July of 2024. So the construction of the stadium, it will actually help create about 1,200 jobs, which will result in about 60 to 90 million dollars in labor income. It will eventually, when the stadium is 100% constructed, it will provide about 75 to 125 full time jobs, which in turn can create about 200 to 300 part time jobs per event. So that means that visitor spending could add about 15 to 20 million annually to the local economy. So that can benefit from the hotels, the restaurants, retail stores, businesses all around, those small businesses, right? And additionally, right, increased tax revenues would support the city eventually and the state budgets. So these were some corporate sponsors that I thought would be great for the facility, especially since I'm kind of like focusing on private public corporate sponsorship, if that makes sense. So Wells Fargo was number one because that is like the number one bank in South Dakota, and they are very committed to building an inclusive sustainable future for all. So they have pathways to economic advancement. They offer affordable homes. They empower small businesses to thrive. And this right here, I think, will be a good sponsor for this facility this size. Coca-Cola, of course, everybody knows they have an extensive history of sponsoring football across all levels, from the grassroots to the World Cup, men's and women's games, and of course they have those developmental programs. So I think that they will also be a good sponsorship for this facility. City Bank, their sponsorships kind of align with its brand and its passion for its clients. So, for example, City partnerships with Aston Martin and Formula One, it kind of capitalizes on the global sports popularity. So, to align with its brand, it kind of engage audiences and create value for customers. Sanford Health is another big thing that's in South Dakota. So they sponsor students and nonprofits, and they actually help to improve health and care in the communities that they serve. So I thought that would be a good sponsorship as well to kind of look into. And of course, we have ISG Incorporated, which they engage in sponsorships primarily to increase brand visibility and establish thought leadership within technology and business services. So I thought they would be another good one for this facility. So it kind of allows them to reach key decision makers and potential clients while showing their expertise in the areas of digital transformation and outsourcing. So, as most facilities are, they have those high end TV monitors and everything like that. So, I thought that ISG would be a good sponsorship to deal with that digital transformation of that stadium. So, my facility specifications, I thought I would go with more of an open air facility. So that means kind of like it doesn't retract or have a permanent roof. It is designed to host sports, concert, and other large scale events while also taking advantage of the natural light and ventilation. So the proposed stadium in Sioux Falls will be designed with flexibility in mind, ensuring a year-round usability despite South Dakota's climate change. I would say challenges. Sorry. The stadium would initially accommodate about 15,000 spectators, but it will probably have, well, my vision is to have the ability for it to expand up to 30,000 for high demand events. So, like those real popular football games or real popular singers like Taylor Swift, right? So, I'm also looking for what they call modular seating. So that would allow for reconfiguration based on the event needs. So from football to soccer games to concerts and festivals. Premium seating, of course, is also going to be included in this facility. So they will have VIP boxes and sky suites. So exclusive seating options for like corporate sponsors and high end patrons. Club level seatings, which they have that climate control lounge that I'm looking kind of for. Premium food and beverage services and stuff like that will come with those club level seatings. Fan experience and concessions was something else I kind of talked about in my paper. That's kind of why I'm looking back and forward right now, just trying to make sure I hit on all those key points that I highlighted. So a diverse and I would say a diverse food and beverage option. So I will probably reach out to like the local vendors, have different type of alcoholic selections and stuff like that. Technology is big for any venue these days. So having like maybe mobile food ordering from your seat will be probably like a big thing that's not really seen in most facilities. So I thought that would be really cool to kind of add something like that into it. As far as the turf itself, I was thinking more of like a hybrid turf system. So it's kind of going to be designed for football, soccer, maybe rugby, maybe lacrosse, because those type of sports in South Dakota are very big. So something that can also support concert stage. infrastructure, and of course something that can be adapted with the winter weather. So of course, I also thought about doing like community and event spaces. So having like that outdoor plaza, so a gathering space, kind of like what you see in at the Superdome in New Orleans. They have what is it called, Champion Square. So something like that outside of that stadium would also help with pregame events, tailgating, community festivals, and so much more. So the location options that I chose for this stadium, I was kind of in between downtown Birdcage site. And Birdcage site is like a big baseball venue for in Sioux Falls. And I was also looking at the I-29 to I-229 interchange. So choosing the right location, of course, is crucial in any type of sport development. So those three potential sites have been identified near the current Sioux Falls Stadium, allowing for expansion. Um, that Greenfield site that you see down here at the bottom, that is the site of the that's in between that intersection of I-29 and I-229. So that ensures like easy regional access. So the stadium will be, like I said, an open air facility, which kind of reduce construction costs and aligns with the seasonal event of scheduling. I also included a picture of how downtown So Falls look at night, which I thought was really pretty. I've never been, so I thought that was pretty cool to kind of add. And of course, with every stadium, there is some type of challenge. So, several challenges need to be addressed. So, including competition from larger cities like Omaha and Minneapolis. So, the stadium's open air design kind of limits the usage during the winter months. And the project success kind of depends on securing key tenants. So, and event booking. So, in order for us to, I'm gonna say, constantly gain revenue, we would have to have some key tenants and a lot of event bookings in between. So, with those strong corporate backings and strategic event programming, these risks can kind of be, it can kind of fluctuate. So, in conclusion, a multi-purpose stadium in Sioux Falls kind of presents a valuable opportunity for economic growth and enhanced community engagement. A $15,000 seat, which also offers the expandable stadium in a prime location, and backed by a public-private partnership, would kind of drive tourism, business investments, and local pride. So, moving forward, continued stakeholders engagement, site selection, and financial planning will be a very crucial part in bringing this vision to life. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all for listening. Sorry I stumbled over my words. It's been a rough couple of weeks. So if y'all have any questions or would like to comment on the video, please just do that in the discussion forum. Thank you so much for listening.